Hey everyone, Shebim here and welcome to a video. I love doing these every single year. This is a list of the highest potential players in FIFA 21 career mode. Now this list is designed more for if you're doing a bigger career mode, like a top level side. However, there might be a couple of players on here you might be able to pick up at lower sides as well. I will be doing a separate video for League 2, and if that's the sort of thing you're looking for, then obviously check out the channel and hopefully you'll find that there. Right, so let's start things off. So I'll talk you through the list that I've got. Everybody on the list has at least an 88 potential, and they are 23 or under. So these are the players that are going to be developing. They're not the players that are amazing now. They're not like your Ronaldos and Messis, although some of them are fantastic now. But they're the ones that will be long-lasting in your career mode, and ones that are really worth the investment. So starting things off, as you can see, we have Juan Luigi Donnarumma from AC Milan. He starts off as an 85, will go up to a 92. And as you can see at the moment, they're asking for between 84 and 84 million, where, well, there's not really a lot of movement in there, is there? I'm assuming 84 million is the way to go on that one. A bit of a cheaper option, though, is Luis Maxi Miano. Now, he's from Sporting Lisbon. He is going to go up to an 88 from a 78, and they want between 24 to 33 million for him. Definitely a cheaper option. If you're at a club that currently already has a pretty decent goalkeeper and you're looking for a future one, definitely an option. If you're at a club where maybe 78 is not too bad to have a goalkeeper early on, definitely an option. I think a much cheaper option than Donnarumma, of course, but as well, only 4 potential less as well, 88 to Donnarumma's 92. Right, let's move on to the right backs then. Again, we have a very expensive option in Trent Alexander-Arnold. He starts off as an 87, will move up to a 92, and as you can see, they want between 131 and 188 million for him, so chances are he's not going to move too much, but if you are desperate for a right back and you want to get the best one in the game, this is your man. As you can see, he does have some traits as well. What are they? Early crosser, long passer, long shot taker as well. So a very, very strong player is Trent Alexander-Arnold. A cheaper option then will be Emerson here. Between 27 and 27 million. Again, I think 27 might be enough on that one. He starts as a 78 and will go up to an 88. Again, a couple of traits. He's a speed dribbler and a long shot taker. Again, definitely a cheaper option that could also play in the right midfield spot as well. So definitely a good option. There is one more, which I can't show you because I started the career mode as Manchester United. But Aaron Wambasaka starts the game as an 81 and will go up to an 88. So again, another very good option, quite pacey. However, I feel like if you want to get the best one in the game, you're going to want to go for Trent. If you want to go for a cheaper option, you're going to want to go for Emerson. Moving on to the centre-backs then. We're going to start things off with Matthias de Ligt, 85 rated, will improve up to a 92. As you can see, they want between 113 and 163 million for him. He has a couple of traits, solid player and power header. Definitely a very, very good centre-back, but definitely very, very expensive. Another one that's a little bit cheaper, 83 rated Joe Gomez, will move up to an 88. They want between 57 and 82 million for him. He does have a couple of traits. He does have long throw-in, but he has that dodgy one of injury prone, which is probably going to take him off this list. There's better options for better money that are not got that risk, I suppose. But Joe Gomez is there for you. Next up, we have Edmund Tap Sober. 78 rated, will go up to an 88. Between 31 and 44 million for him. 21 years of age. He does have the power header trait as well. Looks like a really good player, actually. For 31 million, could be a bit of a bargain. But again, there might be better options. Let's have a look as we move on to Ibrahimo Kanate. Again, same sort of value, actually slightly cheaper than Tap Sober. 78 once again up to an 88. 30 million to 43 million for him. Again, a very good option. He has no traits, though. He doesn't have the power header trait. Dayot Upamecano, though, 79 up to a 90. Again, no traits. Between 40 and 57 million. I think this would be the one that I would probably go for. It's that extra few million, but going up to a 90 rated centre-back at the age of 21, I think is fantastic. He's got that extra point to start with as well. So I would probably personally go for Upamecano. However, if you're looking for something more immediate, you have got Matthias de Ligt. And again, there's a couple of cheaper options here if you want to link them up and have a back 2 or even a back 3. These 3 could be very, very useful for you. We move on to the left backs. The first one, Sergio Regrillon. Recently moved to Spurs, of course, this summer. They want between 62 and 89 million for him. He does have the potential to get up to an 89. Starts off as an 82. He does have the trait of speed dribbler. See, this is the dodgy one for me, right? So Sergio Reguilon, 82 rated up to an 89. Alfonso Davis, 81 rated up to an 89. Surely Alfonso Davis is a better player than Reguilon at this point in time. That's my opinion anyway. But he has flair and speed dribbler. He is 59 to 87 million. And again, can play lots of different positions for you. I personally would rather go for Davis, but that's just my... Well, Davis is slightly cheaper as well. And Davis, the big advantage he has is being 4 years younger. So he'll last you longer, I suppose. So I would personally go for Davis, in my opinion. But Reguilon is there as well. If you start a career mode as Spurs, of course, you're laughing because you've got him. Moving into central defensive midfield, then 2 players. And here we've got Wilfred and Dede. This one surprised me a little bit. I didn't realise his potential was quite as high. And even his overall current ability as well. 84 rated to start things off. He goes up to an 88 potential. They want between 57 and 80 million for him. He does have a long shot taker trait. I'm interested in this one. When I start my Man United career mode, this could be a very interesting signing. However, the one that I would really want to be this guy, Sandro Tonali. This is an absolute bargain. 77 rated, 91 potential, 21 to 22 million. No questions asked. Buy him. 21 million for a player with 91 potential. Go and buy him right now. Pause the video, log your game in and buy this man. Buy him. I implore you. Sorry, I got a bit aggressive there. I do apologise. Tonali, he has... I've pressed loads of different buttons there, haven't I? Right, he has 3 traits. He has flair, long passer and playmaker. And with that 91 potential, I think he's just an incredible, incredible player. This is a man you're going to hear a lot of in years to come. And for 21 to 22 million, you've got to sign him up. He would definitely be the better option for me. I mean, Ndidi would be much more of a solid player. Tonali, much more of your deep line playmaker. Into right midfield, we have Ashraf Hakimi. I can never say his first name. 62 to 89 million, 83 rated, 88 potential. It's an interesting one, this one. Of course, he's just moved to Inter in real life. He does have a couple of traits in dives into tackles and speed dribbler. It's an expensive deal. It is an expensive deal, and I think there are better options out there for decent money. This guy can, well, bearing in mind in real life, I think he played right wing back a lot of last season, so maybe you could retrain him into a very aggressive right back as well, if that's what you're looking for. We move on then into Takafusa Kubo. Now, he's only £12 million at the moment. You can't purchase him because he is currently away on loan in the game in the first season. He has got a potential of 89. Again, another fantastic player. He's a technical dribbler, someone who I would suggest keep it on your transfer hub and trying to get your hands on in the second season because he could be a very, very good option for you. Next up, we've got Ferran Torres, a player who's just moved to Manchester City this season. 61 to 89 million for him. 81 rated with a potential of 89. Again, he has got the technical dribbler trait. He can play left mid and centre forward as well. A very good all-round player. Is he worth that sort of money early on? I'm not sure. I mean, if you're desperate for him, you can go for him. But there might be some more interesting options out there for you. The more expensive option, of course, is Jaden Sancho. 87 rated, 93 potential, 141 to 200 million pounds. No wonder Man United couldn't sign him for that sort of money. Of course, fantastic player. If you've got the money, then go for it. He's got 5 traits: finesse shot, flair, playmaker, outside the foot shot, and technical dribbler. 5 traits is a lot. I don't know if I've seen players with 5 traits before. Definitely a player I would love to get a hold of my Manchester United career mode. I might even spend my entire summer budget on this one player because I think that's how important he could be to join the club. And again, one other player, you've got Mason Greenwood from Manchester United. Starts as a 77, will move up to an 89. I can sort of guess that his value will be pretty decent as well. So definitely a good option there if you are a different club other than Manchester United. Moving into central midfield now, we look at Arthur. At Juventus, 84 rated, 88 potential, 73 to 105 million. Is that worth it? Probably not, because there are... Well, it depends. If you need somebody now, 84 rated is very good for you with an 88 potential, but I think there could be some better options on this list. Frankie de Jong, 85 to 90, between 93 to 133 million. That's quite a large sum of money to give out as well. He's got himself 4 traits. He's got flair, playmaker, outside the boot shot, and technical dribbler. Again, a very interesting option if you need a great player right now. 85 rated is fantastic for you, but again, it's a massive, massive investment. Federico Valverde, 81 to 119 million, 83 rated, up to a 90 potential. Again, another fantastic player, but again, it's going to be the majority of your budget for one summer. If you need this sort of player, then go for him. But again, there might be better options. He's got no traits whatsoever. We've got Hussem Awa, the player who was linked with Arsenal quite a lot. A bit more of a cheaper option here, 61 to 85 million. Start to 81 rated with an 89 potential. Again, it's going to be a big investment, but it's a little bit cheaper than some of the other options. Again, with the 5 traits, finesse, shot, flair, playmaker, outside the boot, and technical dribbler. He'd be an interesting one for me. I'd be interested in that. Next up, we've got Wendell, who's literally just moved to Sported on this game, I believe. They went between 40 to 55 million for him. He has the 3 traits of long shot taker, speed dribbler, and outside the boot shot. It's a... Well, where have I gone here? Where have I gone? There we go. He could be a good option. He has an 88 potential. Much cheaper than some of the other ones. So if you're looking for a bit more of a cheaper deal, then that's definitely worth a look. The more cheaper side, if you're looking for someone to develop it into your first team, Eduardo Camerovinga made his France debut not long ago and scored a bicycle kick, which was pretty impressive. 15 to 19 million for him. Starts as a 76, moves up to an 88, has that flair and technical dribbler trait as well. Attacking and defensive high work rates. Really good box-to-box midfielder for you. Definitely worth a look at such a cheap value as well. Ricky Puig, 11 to 12 million for him. He has a potential of 88 as well. He's got the flair and the play... Is that playmaker? Yeah, playmaker traits. I quite like Ricky Puig, to be honest. Again, he's going to be one that's going to develop into your first team. He's not going to be first choice, I don't think. And the last one, the cheapest one, I mean, I would go and get this. Why not? Jude Bellingham just moved to Dortmund in this summer. Centre mid, left mid, right mid. 2.9 to 4.2 million. 69 rated. Potential of 88. He has the dives into tackles and technical dribbler traits. I mean, he's going to be one for the future. But for that sort of value, you're going to have that knocking around at the end of the window, surely. You might as well go and get him. I mean, he's not going to be first choice, but an 88 potential for 2.9 million, it's a bit of a steal if you ask me, to be honest. So that's another one I would definitely suggest going to get. We move into left midfield. Moussa Diaby. He is from Bayer Leverkusen. 57 to 81 million, potential of 88. Has the, is that the outside the boot or is that the speed dribbler? He's got speed dribbler and technical dribbler. Okay, I don't know if they write each other off. I'm not sure, to be honest, but there we go. An interesting one. 81 rated is pretty good to start with, I suppose. For well, it's a lot of money, though, isn't it? 57 to 81 million. There might be cheaper options on here, but with an 88 potential, it's pretty interesting. Cucurella isn't one that might be a bit more of an option than Diaby. It's roughly the same price, but he does have that extra 1 potential, making him an 89, 60 to 82 million. 3 traits with a flair, speed dribbler, and playmaker. Can also play left back as well, which could be interesting. 89 rated left back there, which would make him the same as Regrillon and Alfonso Davis. So definitely a very good option as well. Caillou Osaka from Arsenal, 88 rated potential, 75 rated to start with. 12 to 18 million, Again, could be a little bit of a steal here. 30 million release fee, which is obviously a lot more than what they want from him anyway. He's a technical dribbler with a high attacking work rate, defensively medium work rate. Can play left mid, left wing back, and right wing. So we're definitely an interesting player who can play several different positions. Definitely one who would work his way into your team. But again, if you're playing with a lower side, he could definitely be a star player to start off with and definitely just progress even more. Steven Bergwijn from Spurs, left mid, left wing, right mid, 60 to 86 million pounds. 5 traits on him as well, with a flair, long shot taker, speed dribbler, outside the boot shot, and technical dribbler. A pretty good option, actually. For that value, compared to some of the other players that we've seen already, with the 83 current 88 potential, is a pretty good option. I quite like Steven Bergwijn. I mean, if you start him with Spurs, you've got Bergwijn and Regrillon at the left. You're starting with a very strong potential left side of your pitch, aren't you, really? Next up, a cheaper, younger one to bring up is Augustin Özil. 73 rated with an 88 potential, 7.2 to 11.2 million. He has the speed dribbler trait. He's got quite a lot of pace and acceleration already with that high medium work rate. Very interesting. I quite like the look of this guy. Definitely one you'll bring into your team again. Sort of like either a backup or a younger player to bring forward with you. But Augustin Özil looks like a very interesting player. Next we have Pedri from Barcelona. 5.7 to 7.6 million. Can play left mid or cam. He has a potential of 88. Free traits with a flair, speed dribbler, and technical dribbler. High medium work rates. Again, it's a player you can bring into your first team. Again, if you're playing a lower side, then definitely could be a player you put straight in your first team. I mean, if you're playing maybe even like Scottish Premiership, he would be a player you could bring straight into your first team and develop into the 88. Could be a very interesting one for you. Phil Foden, 38 to 54 million potential of... where's Phil Foden gone? Okay, I'm on the next list. Okay. Whatever one we got, sorry, is Marcus Rashford, 91 potential. Again, is going to be very, very expensive at this point in time. I believe he starts as an 83 on this game. So that's another left mid option you do have. So into the cams, we have Phil Foden. 38 to 55 million. 79 rated potential of 88. He's got the traits of playmaker, long shot taker, and technical dribbler with the medium work rates. Is an interesting option for 38 million. There are some higher potential players on here, including one that I'll show you in a minute I'm much more interested in. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Mohammed Ihataran. Cam, right mid, centre mid, 21 to 28 million, 77 up to an 88 rated. He's got the 4 traits. He's got the long shot taker, playmaker, outside the boot, and technical dribbler. And some decent stats as well with the high medium work rates. I'm pretty interested in this guy. 77 rated, up to an 88 for 21 million. I think it's definitely worth a shout in a career mode. If you want to go to the more expensive side, you do have Kai Havertz, 139 to 200 million. 85 rated, up to a 93 potential. Very, very expensive. If you've got the money and you want the best cam in the game, go for it. That's all I can tell you. He has the 5 traits. Finesse shot, playmaker, outside the foot, chip shots, and technical dribbler. With the medium work rates. This is the one I'm more interested in, is Thiago Almeida. 7 to 9 million, 73 rated, 89 potential. Definitely a player I would look to pick up in a Manchester United career mode from Argentina and develop in for the future. He's got the 4 traits as well of finesse shot, long shot taker, speed dribbler, and playmaker. I really feel like this guy could really make the future of my team. Next up, then we've got Martin Odegaard. He has got the 5 traits as well. Solid player, flair, playmaker, outside the boot, and technical dribbler. They want between 63 and 90 million for him. He starts as an 83 rated with a potential of 89. So that's not a bad... I mean, if you can get him on the lower end of that, if you can get him around about the 63 million mark, 83 to 89 for a 21-year-old is actually a bit of a bargain, if you ask me. Definitely one I'll be having a look at. Again, on the cheaper side, we've got Florian Wurtz. 68 rated with an 88 potential. 2.9 to 4 million. Definitely someone you'll have to build up into your first team, but with an 88 potential for 2.9 million, again, it's pretty much easy to go for. No traits as of yet, but I don't know if traits do develop. I'm not sure, to be honest, but definitely a very good player for the future. And the final cam, we have another cheap younger player, 67 rated, going up to an 88 in the future, 3 million to 4.25 million. He does have 3 traits already: flair, chip shot, and technical dribbler. Could be a very interesting one, of course. 16 years of age, high-low work rates, 5-star, weak foot and skill moves. This could be one that a lot of people are going to love in this career mode. I mean, you could obviously pick this guy up at a lower team as well, but if you're looking for someone to build up for the future and someone that you really want to develop and have some fun with, I feel like Rayan Cherki could be that player. I think he's definitely one I'll be looking to pick up. We have the one centre forward / striker in João Felix. 81 rated, 93 potential, 74 to 111 million. Very, very good pacey player if that's what you're looking for. He's got a medium work rates, 4-star, 5-star, and the 4 traits as well, with the flair, playmaker, outside the boot, and technical dribbler. It's just that value you need to get yourself over. It's a very expensive purchase, but for a 93 potential, it definitely could be worth that initial investment. The longer you wait, the more expensive he's going to become, so he would be one that I might look to try and get as early as possible. And if we can get him around about the 75 million mark, it could be a bit of a bargain. Right, we move on to right wing now. We're getting through this list, I do promise. Francisco Trincao from Barcelona, 78 rated, 91 potential. 37 to 54 million on him. It's a very interesting one for the 20-year-old Portuguese player. Free trait to flair, outside the boot, and technical dribbler. Yeah, definitely someone I would be interested in, a newer player for this list. Yeah, I'm interested in that one. But again, it's going to be a big move for 40. Well, if you can get for about 40 million with that 91 potential, it could be worth it, you know. Definitely. Then you've got Rodrigo, but then again, if you're looking, same sort of thing here, 40 to 60 million, 79 current ability, 90 potential with the 2 traits of flair and technical dribbler. Very similar to the previous player. I mean, you could get both of these, to be honest. That's 80 odd million there for your left wing and your right wing, 91 and 90 rated, isn't it, really? I think I would definitely go with Trincao. He's that 1 rating lower now and that 1 year older, but he has that 1 extra potential, making him up to a 91. So definitely a good shout there. Next up, we've got Anthony, who's just moved to Ajax this summer. Can play left wing and right wing. 78 rated, goes up to an 88. Between 35 and 50 million you'll have to pay for this one. 5 traits then, with the flair, long shot taker, speed dribbler, outside the boot shot, and the technical dribbler as well. Looks like a very interesting player, this one. Next is one that I'm a bit surprised he had such a high potential this year, but Marcus Edwards. 27 to 37 million. 77 current ability, 89 potential. Which is pretty big, isn't it, really? High-low work rates, which is fine for an attacking player. 2 traits of flair and technical dribbler. Definitely one I'll be interested in. I mean, the young English player, definitely one I'll be interested in here. With an 89 potential is pretty insane, actually, for 27 million. I think I might go for that. One of the newer ones in the game, then, Jeremy Doku, 71 with an 88 potential. Again, it's a no-brainer. 4.7 to 7 million. Just sign him up and have him as one of your players you're bringing through. And Jeremy Doku could do you very, very well in the future. Yeah, it's an incredible player, isn't it? Flair, speed dribbler, and technical dribbler as well. He hasn't got the best of weak foot, though, which is an interesting thing, because he can play left wing and right wing. That might be something you have to try and develop in his development plan. Yeah, I mean, for 4 million quid, it's just going to make you a massive profit, isn't he, really? Mbappe in the strikers, 209 to 286 million. 21 years of age, 90 rated, the highest potential on the game, 95. Yeah, I mean, you knew he was going to be on this list, didn't you? It was obvious, wasn't it? Finesse shot, flair, speed dribbler, outside the boot, and technical dribbler as well. I mean, if you've got 200 million and you want to make a statement in your career mode, get Mbappe. If you're PSG, then well done. You've started off with the world's best player in your team straight off the bat. Not much I can say about Mbappe. You'll know who he is, don't you, really? We move on, though, to Torre Martinez, 84 rated, 91 potential, 100 to 141 million on this player. He has the... he's got power header. That's a bit interesting for a striker. Flair, power header, and technical dribbler. High, medium work rates, 4-star, 4-star. Definitely a very interesting player. For 100 million... I mean, if you're looking out and out for a big striker, he could be an option for you. However, you do also have Erling Holland. And they're not willing to sell him at the moment, but you could play his release fee. I mean, this guy does have a 84 potential. No, he doesn't. He has an 84 current with a 92 potential. So one higher potential than Martinez. He'd cost you 156 million if you want to go straight on his release fee. However, you could keep him in your... transfer hub here and see if that ever changes. I mean, Martinez should be available straight away, but Martinez being 100 million cheaper than Mbappe. Haaland is definitely one that I would look at in the future. Definitely, but at the moment, early on game, not available. The only player on this list is not available so far, actually. We move on to Richarlison, 59 to 83 million. Starts as an 81 rated, goes up to an 88 potential. Striker, right mid and left mid. He's got the free traits of flair, power header, and technical dribbler. High work rates. 4-star, 5-star. Is a very interesting player, actually. I quite like him. And it would be a player I would be interested in buying in my career mode. 60-odd million quid, I think, is not a bad deal for an 81 rated that goes up to an 88 potential. Only 23 years of age as well. Jonathan David from Lille. Striker, centre forward and Canadian, 77 rated with an 88 potential, 23 to 34 million. Is a bit of a steal, really, isn't it? Definitely one of the players you could probably purchase very early on and develop into a fantastic player. If you're looking for a backup striker or one for the future, definitely one you can do that with. He's a solid player. I don't even know what solid player means, to be honest, you know. I haven't got a clue. High work rates again, 3-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot. Definitely a player I'll be very interested in bringing in any of my career modes, actually. We move on finally to left wingers, Mikel Oyarzabal. I've never been able to say his name properly. 84 rated, 90 potential on this one. 73 to 101 million. Has the solid player and outside the boot. High, medium work rates. Only 3-star, which might put a lot of people off, actually. But with that 90 potential, I think he'll drag a few more people back in. Ousmane Dembele. This is a cheaper one. I was surprised by this. So 83 current ability, 89 potential, 59 to 81 million is actually quite good for a player of those ratings. However, he does have that big problem of the injury-prone trait. He's also got flair, speed dribbler, and technical dribbler. I mean, if you're going to be spending a lot of money, do you want to get somebody who potentially is going to be injury-prone? He is 5-star, which might get some people interested, but it's a big risk. A big risk. You do also have Vinicius Jr, 55 to 80 million. This will be the biggest one then, 80 rated up to a 93 potential. One that a lot of people would snap up about, I think, at that initial value. He's got the 4 traits. He's a 5-star, 4-star with high, medium work rates. He's got the traits of flair, speed dribbler, outside the boot, and technical dribbler as well. Definitely a very good option, but again, you'd have to snap him up very early on to get the best out of the value. And with a 93 potential, cracking young player. And the last player on our list, Ansu Fati, left winger and right winger, 16 to 21 million. I think a lot of people are going to snap this guy up, aren't they? 76 current ability, 90 potential. Definitely one people will snap up very quickly. 4-star, 4-star, high, medium work rates with the speed dribbler, outside the boot, shot, and technical dribbler traits. For that sort of money with a 90 potential, I think it's definitely one I would like to pick up very early on. Again, first window. When you get to the second season, he's going to probably be around about an 80 rated, and that value could potentially double. So definitely worth grabbing him as early as possible. So there we go. That is the list of highest rated players in career mode this year. I'm sorry it's quite a long video, but there's a lot of very good players this year. What do you think? Who are you considering purchasing this year? Do you think I've got any of my suggestions wrong or anything like that? Of course, if you have enjoyed the video, please like and of course subscribe if you would like to see some more if you've got this far. then put the word sausage in the comments down below. I've been Shadow Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.